Hello students of Standard 7. How are you? Fine. Good. Welcome to DAV Mall Public School, Sitasongi. This is your social science teacher, Nitin Pushpatode. Okay, let's begin an online session of social science. Children, are you ready? Okay, let's start. In the previous online session, we have started the topic medieval period. In that online session, we have learned about the periods in India, achievements of the medieval period, excavation of the medieval period, traveler accounts, and about the paper invention. So, students, about this information just we have learned in that online sessions. Students, today we'll start the subtopic literary sources. Okay, let's start sources of information, literary sources. Students, first of all, I am telling about literary sources. It is very essential to know about it. Listen, students. All written records of the past are known as literary sources or the manuscripts. So, students, in a general manner, we can say that all written record, all written material, it considered as a literary sources. They are very important for the historians and the others. Students, before the invention of paper, people wrote on dried palm leaves, bhojpatras, copper plates, and others. Okay, so students, in early time, man was using, that means early man was using dried palm leaves, bhojpatras, and the copper plates for writing purpose. Okay, students. So these literary sources of the medieval period was consisted. That means it categorized into the religious works and the other commentarized works. Okay, that means we can say that the literature of the medieval period consists of religious work and commentaries. Okay, so students, do you know about the religious works? Those literature related to the religions, different religions. So it is called the religious literature. Listen, students, for example, religious literature consists of the Vedas of Hindus, then Pitakas of Buddhists. So it considered as a religious work. So students, during the medieval period, some epics and Purans were written during the medieval period. So definitely these religious literature of the medieval period just tell us the information about the religions of medieval period. Okay, students, another just a non-religious literature also. Non-religious literature means what? Just consist of the prose, plays, poetries, grammars, as well as some writing books. You know, students, do you know about the books? Some books just were written by the authors. Okay, so these literature is considered as a non-religious literature. So these non-religious literature also written during the medieval period. For example, students, see, one picture is given. This is the book of Abhigana Shakuntalam. Students, ultimately this book is considered as a non-religious literature. Okay, so about the Kalidas, that means Kalidas wrote Abhigana Shakuntalam and he mentioned about the past events in his book. Okay, so students, next one, some secular literature is considered a literature, literary sources. Secular literature, that means students, those literature which focus on the life of the people, during the point of period. So it is called the secular literature. For example, already students, you know the foreign travelers. Okay, just they visited, for example, Fayan, Megasthenes, just they visited India. They came in India and they mentioned in their accounts about the culture, about the economical and political condition of India, then about the kings and rulers of India. So it is considered as the secular literature. Definitely with the help of secular literature of the medieval period, we can collect the information about the past. Okay, students, then next one, just we can, students, see, one picture is given. This is the picture of Taikiga Hind book. So this is the autobiographical pictures. Okay, so listen, some historical literature consists of autobiographies. Students, already you know that about the autobiographies. That means it based on the life of the people, particular character. So it refers to the autobiographies. So students, autobiographies, orders of the rulers, and letters writing during that period also help us to understand the life of the people during the medieval period. For example, students, listen, one picture is given, Taikika Hind. This book was written by the Al-Biruni. He visited India during the 11th century and he mentioned in his book about the culture of India. So it considered as a historical literature, but auto it is not autobiography. Students, this is the picture of autobiography. Listen, this is the picture of autobiography of the Mahatma Gandhi. My experiments with truth. My experiments with truth. This book was written by the Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi just mentioned the all events in his life in his book, about his life in the given book, in his book, My Experiments with Truth. So this is the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi. So definitely with the help of this autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi, we can collect the information about the life of Mahatmas, about the moment, about the events, just which had done by the Mahatma Gandhi. Just we can collect information about that. So students, in such a way that this autobiographies, some historical literature just played an important role as a source of information of history. So these all to all, religious, non-religious, then autobiographies, historical, religious, secular literatures, so that all to all just they play an important role as a literary sources. Okay students, in such a way that today we have learned about the literary sources which tell us, which give us the very precious information and the uh, information about the historical events and the past. Okay students, so on the basis of today's content, one assignment question just I am giving, and this question in front of you, mention any two literary sources with their advantages. Okay students, remaining part of this lesson we will learn in the next online session. Thank you very much.